All right, you're asking for it, so here it is.
Epicast.
Listen to this.
I want you fucking laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. We sweating, it's wet, all that.
All right. Welcome to the 219th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Johnny Unitas because he's become synonymous with something, and we're synonymous with craft beer. You know what I mean? Fresh. We've become
synonymous with
synonymous, bro. When you think craft, you gotta think drinking partners. You gotta
with
think
something. I love that alliteration there.
Look, there you go. See, you jumped in. This is episode 202, everybody.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize. He's eating whiskey sticks. This is crazy.
Bro, I didn't even know what a whiskey stick was until
I don't know.
Like 13 seconds
it's
ago.
The tastiest pretzel I've ever.
God
Listen,
damn.
That's irrelevant because I'm half of your hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with Dave Bracey, my co-host. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play,
We Googleable.
and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. We are 218, 219? Where we at? 219. Did you unite us? You know what I mean? We've been asking y'all for 219 episodes, and we will continue to ask you, man. Please hop on iTunes, hop on Facebook, rate and review. That's how we know we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well, and that's how we continue to do well. So please hop on iTunes, rate and review.
MVP performance by Dave Bracey. Coming through in the clutch. But listen. You love us. You see us in public. You tell us that you love us. Now, at the click of a button, please tell the internet. Please tell the world. Tell everybody. Tell everyone you know that Drinking Partners is what's up, all right? And as always,
Yeah.
we said it 218 times.
Yeah.
We say it a 219th time. I'm going to struggle through it because it's episode 2 of 2.
All right, we're all good.
But in lieu of rates and reviews, I don't even know what lieu means. It's one of
In Carl of reviews.
It's one of them uppity phrases you learn. Like, yo, once I get to a certain tax bracket, I gotta say lieu.
Accoutrement.
Is it in lieu like iron or is it on lieu like Ian?
Oh, like an on guard, like
On
you know
lieu.
what I mean, like on lieu.
On lieu.
That, like, instead of fighting, you just unrobe yourself.
I'm gonna
and shit.
slap you with a silk glove. On lieu, Dave Bracey. But in lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Hennessy. Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways for starting the trend. Shout out to everybody who kept this trend going. All the shots of Hennessy that we've had, all the people who've come up and said, I'm sorry, I don't have a shot of Hennessy for you. We don't expect that you got like a shot in your pocket.
Yeah,
like,
we don't expect you to just be walking around
In
like
Whole
one in the
Foods.
glove compartment, like just in case you run in.
see
But
somebody in Whole Foods like, damn, you ain't even got no Hennessy on me. Like, we don't expect that.
like in your holster, you got a Henny holster.
Yo, if you got a Henny holster, and we're not married, we need to. What? You got a Henny holster? You just got Hennessy on deck, on the hip.
But if you're looking to find us, I mean, if you know you're gonna see us, stop by, grab one of them little shots. They got the little things that they sell down at the liquor stores and whatever. And like, if you're looking for us, our next time you'll see us, actually is August 10th.
Oh, hell no, man. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh, no, hell no, man. Y'all done up and done it. Y'all done up and done it, man. Y'all done up and done it. My first song.
2019, Nova Place, man. It's 28 black brewers from all around the country, 45 local collaborations with black artists, entrepreneurs, politicians around the city. One-off collaborations, man. One of those collaborations is going to be with Trogs, Drinking Partners, and Apis, the Fresh Fest collab.
It's a big three. Since the NBA, they let go of big three, so we created one.
Man, that trifecta, man. Like we got, it's a peach apricot honey ale.
I don't even understand it.
I don't even know, man. It's supposed to be peach cobbler, is what they said.
That's
what they said. You know what I mean? That's what they said. They said they threw a bunch of hops and a bunch of peaches and a bunch of, you know what I mean? And they said it's going to taste like peach cobbler. And if you know Trogs, you know their track record. I kind of believe it's going to do that.
Well, not even just Trogs, Apis too. Like, it's not going to, the initial conversation about what this beer was going to be, I was just looking at Dave like, damn, you really know what you be making. Like, like, I knew you knew, but yo, you really know.
Nah, man, it was wild. Like going in and like they had the hops out and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna pick from these hops, like what we're gonna put in, like the actual flavor." And like usually I'm just like I just show up and just like pour some shit in, some pictures, and be like, "All right, we out." But it was like, no, you're gonna make a decision on what like thousands of people are gonna drink. And I'm like, so we gonna drink soon? Like I don't want.
That's what you said. We gonna drink
soon?
too.
I don't want it like that. You know what I mean? That kind of response. Like you know what I mean? That many motherfuckers. So no, shout out to Thread, but it was nice because you had like real professional motherfuckers like grinding it up in their hands, sniffing it next to the peaches and like the whole thing. So Dave Sermonera, I don't know if you've ever met him. If you have ever been to Pittsburgh, anytime somebody comes in and they're like, "Where should we drink?" You can drink at a lot of breweries. There's only one meatery that counts here, man, and Apis is just doing some wild shit. So when we had that opportunity to pair up with Trogs, it was just a natural thing. Like you're not going to get anything like that anywhere outside of Pittsburgh and anywhere outside of this festival. August 10th, 2019, freshfestbeerfest.com.
You had a moment? You good?
I did, man.
You just had it felt emotional sitting over here. Like,
shout out to the peoples.
You good, but Fresh Fest was up. It's a vibe, man. Episode 202. Who's carrying it?
Oh, no, we can get into this.
We can get into it
because we introduce this guest because we got fucking raw milk on the table.
Yeah, I would like to discuss that, but the Fresh Fest promo is actually a perfect transition into our guests because they are sponsors of Fresh Fest. They sponsor the festival. It's a vibe. They totally want to create a vibe. I'm looking on this table. I don't understand this vibe because it's so much variety. This is Fresh Fest on the table, though.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, if you look at Fresh Fest,
is Fresh
and
Fest
like,
on the table,
all
like,
of the connections and like, I mean, what
we
that
got what
is.
you want. We got what you need.
That like that's that vibe. Like I mean, has been helped through many years from our guest tonight.
So
today.
we got Erin Hart of Farm to Table, master of the universe, in the building. Say what up to the people.
Hey everyone, keep it real, keep it local.
Keep it real, keep it local. Y'all got T-shirts on the way.
We do. And bumper stickers. Do you want one?
You know, if I rode up behind somebody with a "Keep it real, keep it local" bumper sticker, I might honk at that person, but in a positive
It's in
way.
the back of my minivan.
Oh, I would honk at you positively, like, keep it local.
That's the beer industry, man. That's what's like why. That's why like it was such a seamless like transition, and that's probably why you drank us under the table last time we were on this podcast. I have never admitted that on a podcast as somebody like took me out of my element, but like we definitely slept on y'all first time round, and actually,
yeah, it just
Jake actually
you're like, you know what, they're gonna come in with spinach and like,
yeah,
it's like nah. We got that good.
But they were strong to the finish.
Yeah,
like that was great. Like y'all put Jake in the hospital, man. Like that was an owner of us.
Are we supposed to say that, or is Buzzy going to edit that?
It happened.
He doesn't edit anything. You know that, right? I listened to your podcast.
You remember when I came back? Remember when I came back and I was like, you know what? I don't think Buzzy be editing this shit. That's because I heard through the local grapevine.
Lately, I've been saying you've asked me to editing, and I'll record myself saying I'm not editing.
It's true. It's true.
That is fucked up.
We don't even know who that be.
I've been lying to our guests. Yeah. I apologize.
So, tell for the guests that didn't hear the first episode that you were on, tell them who you are and what you do.
We run a program called Farm to Table, and we try to connect consumers to local farms and people just to real food. So we're a health and wellness company. We started an annual conference back in 2007 to get people connected to local farms, to real food resources. So whether they live in Allegheny County, Washington County, we work throughout the whole 26-county region, all throughout Western PA, where there's about 4 million people. So, and even out in the country, people are buying food from Walmart and Dollar General and, these like sort of like processed foods. And if we could just connect people to local growers and local producers, then we can keep a lot more of that money in our economy. And the food is healthier if you're eating food that's grown locally, not traveling, etc.
But I mean, how do you make that affordable? Because that's the thing, is that like I feel like there's a cost associated with like eating locally, and like because the big folks have the means of production, so they can offer you something cheaper to keep you going.
Right.
And a lot of times, like people are like, oh, well, if I eat healthy, I got to like pay for it. So like, how do you eat healthy and locally on a budget?
I think when you hear these kinds of objections, that's something that I think big companies and big, multinational publicly traded companies want you to think that eating local is harder and more expensive, et cetera. But I mean, it's not. I mean, it's proven that if you buy real food, then it's not more expensive than the processed food. Like, just take a bag of potato chips. You think like in one bag of potato chips, that's probably represents like 2 potatoes. So if you made
it's $1.69.
Right.
Like for that bag now,
Right.
like $1.85.
Yo,
you know what I mean? For that
they've
little like
eliminated
1 ounce
everything.
of like a 1.3 ounces of chips for
Right.
$1.85.
You really read the bottom
So
of the
Oh
bag?
no, I really no.
You
I'd
really
be looking
be-
at my shit.
And we've been taught that, we can't cook for ourselves
You're
because
reading the bottom of a chip.
Like, listen.
I would just love to see Dave reading the bottom of a chip bag. Telling me
that shit you talking about.
do you have to get your readers out?
When you
let me get my readers
he
out.
gotta read over his glasses.
When you got
to read
$1,
the bottom of a
when you got
Dorito
$1,
bag.
you be like, yo, I'm gonna make this motherfucker on the fly, and I'm like, how much am I eating? And it's like, is this gonna sit with me for a minute, or is this gonna be some bullshit? That $1, man, shit. When I saw
You can't do
Snickers,
anything with $1 now.
you can either get 0.7 ounces of a Snicker, or you can get 1.3 ounces of chips.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
that's
need to chill
that's-
out.
that's
What
a-
is wrong with you?
Is this a Frito-Lay commercial?
it's like a 50% difference in mass. That affects you. That's how your dollar is
Why
spent,
did you
man.
know that? Did you say a 0.7 ounce Snicker?
I'm telling you, it's like 50%
Why
more in
wait?
that weight in that bag.
Why
But what
wait?
you're saying,
You
With
should
a
go in with a friend, and then you can buy.
but with that same $1.75, I mean, like that $1.75 that you're spending, you can actually go get some potatoes.
Right. And I mean, obviously, like buying a bag of chips isn't like you're not going to go buy a potato.
I don't even
You're
know
in
if
that
chips are
scenario,
made how to
you're not
these-
going to buy a potato
So-
and then like,
Just
hey
like-
guys, do you mind stopping at my house so I can like fry this?
Yo, if your friend came over, is like, yo, I want a fried potato on your stove. Like, you're just chilling. Maybe you're drinking
That would be a
wine.
very aggressive, like,
I want to
eat
fry and
local
slice.
campaign.
I'm not even gonna just fry this potato. I'm gonna slice it. I want to slice it into chips.
You just go.
Did I
Let me
got-
just get
Yeah,
this
it's
peel
like
off.
that fresh.
Let me get this. Let
Yeah.
me skin it and then just
Hold
eat
on,
it like
it tastes
a
really good.
like an apple and shit.
Oh, I'm gonna
patient.
plate it too. I'm not gonna eat it out of the pan. I'm gonna plate this thing. So now you gotta wash the pan. You gotta wash.
I know.
the
Okay.
motherfucking
So,
plate.
all right. I mean,
Well, you shouldn't have came on the second episode.
Shit, like she ain't been here
I want
before.
to talk about
This is her first
chocolate
episode.
milk instead.
Well, I would love to get into the discussion about these milks on the table.
Okay, so I brought milk because last year there were 100 dairies that lost contracts with a national company called Dean's Dairy, and they had the contract with Walmart.
Right.
So, and they had like a 30-day notice. So imagine you've sold 100% of your product to one customer, and then in 30 days that's over. And so you now have no market for your milk. And milk, the prices are very depressed right now. So dairy farms are going out of business. I mean, it's a very stressful
saw
time
something
for
on that.
dairy farms. Well, in Pennsylvania, the 47 farms, the 47 of those were here in Pennsylvania. So my point is like, if you're going to buy, so I'm not, if you want to buy chips and not eat like home, like cooked potatoes, then I'm not going to try to convince you. But if you do buy milk, why not buy local milk? So, if you do buy products like if you do buy potatoes, why not try buying potatoes that were grown in Pennsylvania? And if you do, buy these products anyway, why not choose local? Because there's all kinds of reasons why buying local is good for not just yourself, but also for the economy.
And it's crazy when you really think about it, because just listening to you, like Dean's Dairy, for example, a large one, that label.
It's like the largest
They
dairy, I
have
think, in the United
suppliers,
States.
so
Yeah.
that's not even where you're getting you don't even know where you're getting your milk from. Like, it's just like, I never even thought of it like that. I've never even thought to get local milk.
So, and you imagine,
how available is it? Like,
you've seen these pictures of those large farms, like out in different parts of the country where they have these huge dairies, and the cows are always inside. and they're eating like corn and soybeans because we grow too much of it. So the cows are sick. So they also feed them antibiotics. So that's the kind of milk that you buy when you're buying just milk from any supplier. If you're buying organic, then those cows don't even need to be outside. If you're buying from a local farm, like this Brunton's Dairy, for example, I mean, when you drive around, you can see the cows on pasture. So they're not in these huge barns out somewhere else. They're on pasture in Western Pennsylvania, eating grass, and some of them do have supplemental food, but they're also eating grass, which is better for them. So it's better for them. So then, the product is better for you. Right. Exactly. So, especially I think for kids, for me, I started getting into farm to table at a time in my life personally that I was having like some health problems, and then I had to. I was having kids at the same time, so for me, it was like so important to really like try this like local nourishing food. And I'm just gonna watch a day.
I just don't understand how he's about to drink
chase
raw milk
beer with raw milk.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I have been waiting for this
Buzzy,
moment.
get the camera.
I've been waiting for this
I feel
moment.
like we need the video camera
now. This dude's about to drink raw milk.
Raw milk, man.
First of all, I'm not touching on
So
raw.
I drink like maybe a gallon to like between
You're
a gallon
gonna
or two
love this.
of milk a week. Like
Bro,
I've always loved milk.
You're gonna have big nipples after this.
Wow.
Jay's gonna have an areola after drinking.
I wish someone had warned me.
And like I keep hearing about like all of this milk.
Raw milk?
Like the good shit, the shit that you like straight from the teat. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what
like
you gonna
ain't
grow.
fuck with like it
You
ain't
gonna grow some
this shit ain't
teats.
been stepped on, you know what I mean? Like
That's an aggressive pour.
yeah,
Like
oh
a
wait, are you
whole
saying this?
fresh
I'm just
cup
messing
of
with you.
milk after beer. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's like creamer. You know what I mean? Like that's
You
thick.
drink creamer straight?
I've had creamer
You
straight.
are
Yeah,
fucking
no, I
nuts.
fucks with this
What?
shit, man, on the heavy. But that's
Bro,
like
you-
so there's like so
somebody get
so you
this
got
man some-
you got
why would
three
you
you
drink
got
creamer?
whole fat, and whole fat is 3%. I mean, 2% is 2%, and you got skim, which is 1%. And you got the no fat.
Skim is 0. And then 1% is
1%, and then skim is 0. Okay,
Yeah.
so then so you got skim up to whole fat, which is 3, and I feel like I'm working with like a 4 or 5 over here. You know
I think
what
it's
mean?
probably 3.
Is it still?
Let's see. Does it?
Why
Of course, there's no nutrition label,
Why
or
did
I
you
can't read
drink
it.
That's because it's
the
raw.
print is too small.
It's straight from the tip.
So in Pennsylvania, raw milk is legal.
Okay, so if you
Not
gotta
in every
question
state.
the legality of the milk, that doesn't bother you?
Well, it's real, Ed, and there are a lot of
And
forces at work that don't want us to be,
Real.
having this.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers don't want us to be real out here. Clearly, bro. I mean,
Gee.
the man don't want you to have that good shit, that good lactose. You know what I mean? I love beer and booze. Lactose and booze is my fucking, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, man. Keep doing that shit. I don't care what the industry is doing, all this wave and like, man, we don't like adjuncts. So go fuck yourself. Put more milk in booze, always. I mean, shout out to the brewers, shout out to the cattle that make that happen.
Shout out to
Is
the
that
cattle.
actually a thing?
A shout out to the
Lactose.
cattle?
Oh, yeah, lactose.
They use
milk.
What they
milk?
do?
Yeah, they
Lactose, yeah.
lactose, yeah. Sugar.
From milk.
Yeah.
I do like how it
Yeah.
affects.
Well, we need to hook up the local farms with some of these brewers
That
because
is-
that's something that. I mean, there's a huge surplus of milk right now. I mean, the people that are selling this kind of milk, it's more expensive because it's the way they
It's
have
the
to treat
good
their
shit.
cows has such a higher level than a farm that's doesn't have to take as good care or as clean because they're not pasteurizing the milk, so it has to come out clean.
Yeah.
They have to pay for tests, so there's lab tests that are done constantly.
So there's regulation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
They're
like, it's
they're
not just motherfuckers out here
inspected.
like
They're-
wild as
yes.
shit, like the wild,
Yes.
wild west of milk.
I would
like,
imagine, yeah. Yeah, and then the locals, they're holding themselves to a higher standard, obviously. I mean,
there's-
I've never thought would just happen on this cast.
man. Neither did I.
Nah, you've been waiting.
Well,
on
you guys
it.
have been talking about it, so I had to make it
No,
happen.
I've been asking her for this milk for like 2-3 years since she said it on the cast the first time.
I've been
I need
asking her
Parkland.
for this milk.
Yeah.
You felt okay saying that?
That's awkward.
You didn't feel weird saying that? They didn't tingle a bit when it came out like, ooh. I've been asking her for this milk. I don't even know you, man.
So, tell me about the next drink, because there's a lot of this.
Tell us
motherfucker on
about the. Yo, no, you now. Here's the range and how much going local can affect you. We're going from drinking milk to drinking an actual cocktail. We have a cocktail here.
Yeah, so I didn't know we were going to start with the milk, but yes, I brought Bly rum.
We weren't. We didn't. He did. We are regular human beings.
This is made from molasses from the countryside of Pennsylvania. And this is produced by Pennsylvania Pure Distilleries in Glenshaw, the same people that make Boyd and Blair vodka. So they use local potatoes to make their vodka, and they use molasses to make this rum. So I took the rum and mixed it with, I muddled mint and honey together with some sugar. The mint is from my garden.
Okay.
And I mixed it
Extremely local.
with this in this jar and just added some seltzer to it on the rocks. It's pretty good. The honey, can you taste the honey and the
I haven't tasted the
okay.
cocktail yet.
Okay.
But
The honey is from Michelle Wright from WTAE. She has her own apiary out in Penn Hills.
yeah, famous honey.
And the honey is from her company called Chapel Valley Honey.
Celebrity honey.
Celebrity honey. So how difficult? Because so with wifey with Cocopreneur, it's like I feel a lot of pressure. Everything that I buy, I'm like, yo, it's got to be black. It's got to be black. How
Yes.
difficult is it for you to be like conscious of being local, but also just being a human and looking at price, looking at money, like accessibility? But you have a mission to you gotta go extremely local. Like how much of a shift has it been? Because you're the face of Farm to Table.
Right. So since we've been doing this since 2007, it's in some ways it's gotten harder because a lot of retailers that sold local are now closed. So places like McGinnis Sisters closed. Some of the markets in the Strip District that have popped up over the years, those are, local grocery stores, those are closed. More and more, like Giant Eagle definitely buys a lot local, but I don't necessarily shop at Giant Eagle. So what I've been able to do, because I have these
I can't afford to shop at that.
that's what people say, right? So and I won't shop at there's certain stores that I won't shop in. But I usually buy direct from the farms. So I order food direct from farms. I meet people in parking lots to get food. I mean, I've bought food. We talked about being legal. I've bought food from farms where they say like this isn't exactly legal because it hasn't been inspected by a USDA
farm
inspector.
Deal is weird.
But should I have to have like a federal agent, inspect something that I buy from one of my friends? So that's, so I just, it's for
what
me.
Which friend from college is it though?
This is like one of my farmer friends.
Okay, all right.
So,
I
trust.
the feds don't have to come in, but
I feel like
there are some friends like, yo, the feds
I feel like it should just be like, listen, man, like buyer beware out this bitch. Like if you go and get these tomatoes and like you get fucked up off of these tomatoes, then like listen, you knew what it was. You know what I mean? Like,
you can't sell and then print out a receipt that says you knew what it was.
Well, but when you think about
but that's
that,
not gonna like. I mean, I like if you. There's malice. You could prove malice. Like if you know a product is bad and you continually, do
like
that.
spraying
you're putting out-
Roundup, which causes lymphoma, which there have been like $80 million lawsuits.
Yeah.
And it's still legal to that's legal to sell. But, it's like buying like some sausage from a farmer is illegal to buy. Without this inspection, it's ridiculous. So there's, some parts of our system that I just don't participate in. And when it comes to these kinds of things with food, I mean, you have to sort of like push the envelope, or no one's looking out for consumers in terms of like the health of products. And when you're buying all of your food from, again, publicly traded companies, they don't care about your health because another publicly traded company, a pharmaceutical company, is going to come along and give you a drug to counteract the symptoms of the bad food you're eating.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
They feed you bullshit. And then you
So,
get a cure for
I mean,
it.
some like local places. The East End Food Co-op is incredible. I mean, they buy a ton of local foods.
Yeah, shout out to
Vendors
them.
can go right on their website and apply to sell at the East End Food Co-op. So they're great. The farmers markets around town are incredible, and you're buying directly from the farm. So you could talk to them about the tomato. Like, why is this, what kind of chemicals do you spray on this? Are you organic? Are you not organic? A lot of them don't spray chemicals, but they don't go through the certification of becoming organic because they don't, again, they're like, they don't want to participate in that system. So that's usually what I recommend to people. And if you are having problems with access, I mean, there are things out there like Just Harvest and the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank and the Food Trust and Grow Pittsburgh, 412 Food Rescue. There are a lot of groups in the Pittsburgh region helping to connect people to real food. I mean, sometimes they're building affordable housing in food deserts and transportation deserts. So, we're also working on that side too.
Time out. One, I got some questions for you, but did you just pour beer and milk?
Is that a cuvee?
Did you just do that?
That might be the wildest cuvee I've ever done.
Okay,
in my
I
life.
thought
it was
that. I thought I saw that.
It's like a
Ooh,
white.
That is nuts.
Not a white Russian. It's like a white Norwegian.
Ooh.
A
For the
white
culture-
Norwegian.
For the
A white Norwegian?
Like a white Russian.
for the
A white Norwegian.
that might have been
That belch
yeah.
was even nasty. Everything about that is trifle.
No, but hold on. For the culture 3.0, throw a little lactose in that motherfucker. I'm telling you, that was not bad what I just had there. It was not bad what I just had there. I tell you what, because it was just a film, so I poured a little in there just to kind of wash it out, so I can get on to the next drink or whatever. And in that, it just tasted like a little bit of a milky beer, bro. I love lactose.
It was a milky beer.
It exactly was a milky beer.
Because it was raw milk, which
Raw.
I'm just not
that
over
brute,
that existing.
That raw brute IP, the raw brute. I just invented the raw brute.
Stop saying that and don't slow it down. And
The raw brute.
Someone take the mirror away from him.
Nobody's listen. I'm about to. How do you copyright that shit?
Yeah, you can have it, bro.
Brute.
Nobody else wants it.
I think Donald Trump has that.
That sounds like a freaky ass cologne. Raw brute.
Yes, it smells. You can't get it off your couch.
You only.
Did you just throw this shit on here raw? What the fuck? You ain't dilute that shit, man? What the fuck is you thinking?
Is that the dog or the couch?
You only smell raw brute at the nursing homes with the nasty old men. It's just, they playing cards, mad raw brute in the building.
Like a shower. Let's just throw this raw fruit.
I'm gonna ask some real podcast questions. Y'all ridiculous. But no, okay, so you were saying there are certain things or certifications they have to go through to be organic, you're saying? So are there people buying that? Like, is there companies that it's organic only through meeting the bare minimums type shit? Like, this ain't really.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
That's
yes.
crazy.
Yeah. So I
knew it wasn't worth buying that shit.
Really, when you think about as a society, so like Americans, we don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So it's not to me. If someone wants to buy organic, that's great. Go find a farm that's organic and buy from them. But for I think a lot of people need to just eat more fruits and vegetables, and eat more food that is going to nourish your body and feed you the way we evolved eating. So we didn't evolve eating all of the stuff that's served up to us, either at fast food or processed foods.
Yeah,
then people get sick.
If you're I'm eating organic burgers from McDonald's,
It's ridiculous.
If you're
Organic,
eating
like craft,
organic burgers
organic,
from McDonald's,
right.
you may as well just walk off the Homestead Bridge. What's wrong with you?
Nigga, them motherfuckers are selling bags of ice at where I'm at. Who's coming? Hey, you gonna split this bag? I was thinking of getting a bag of ice. You want to split it with me? I'm not gonna do a whole bag. Why would you have that as an option in the drive-through?
Same for the reason Burger King now has tacos.
What?
One-stop shopping because we can't be inconvenienced.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Burger King now has tacos.
Do they
fam.
sell pizza too?
I don't. They don't sell tacos, but they got them on the menu.
Do they just
there's no
fold?
taco.
It's like
You don't get a taco from Burger King.
Bait and switch.
Do they just
it
fold?
comes out as a burger.
They just fold the top bun.
You just
Is
get
that
the-
like technically a taco?
It's
Put
the
Chipotle
bottom
mustard on it.
If you
the
just
top
half
bun
it,
is too thick. You got to do the bottom
that's
bun.
the bottom bun. So
the
they just
base
fold
bun.
the
They just they
Isn't that a sloppy Joe?
They toast the base bun and fold it. I'm not getting a taco with pickles. This is disgusting. Pickles and ketchup on your taco from Burger King.
the Yinzarito is. Yeah, I mean, throw some fries on that bitch.
I'm gonna have to see if they release that in a different city. That might be only a Pittsburgh thing. That might be a Burger King Pittsburgh local commercial that I've seen. Oh shit.
The Yinzarito only at your local.
Do y'all
Burger King.
protest shit like that being introduced?
No.
Y'all should be outside of Burger King.
No, I do not.
You should be outside of Burger King with these tacos. Like, fuck out of here.
Like, listen, y'all done take it too far, man. Hold
The real
up.
food police.
Hold the fuck up. If ain't nobody else gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, man. This is enough.
That's it. That's it. Fucking tacos.
No more. What is the next thing that we're getting into flavor-wise? Because, I mean, you are like the queen of local food and flavors.
We have a ton of. I brought some food, but I wasn't sure if you'd want to eat on.
We are always eating.
Okay, that's okay then. Okay,
feel
so this is lamb sausage, and it's in a little thermos here. But let me get it out. And this is from Jameson Farm in Latrobe, PA, out in Westmoreland County.
Is it Latrobe or Latrobe?
Latrobe, I think they say out there. But everyone else says Latrobe.
L.A.
would
Trobe?
actually- yeah.
Do they trying to swag it out?
Latrobe.
Should I just
I mean,
hand out-
north or
Why
south.
don't
Oh, you
you
can just
just-
pull
we'll
all
just
of
go like
these.
this.
You can just pull these things.
We're
you
getting
can-
lamb here
you
now?
can try that? Yeah, that's the lamb
That's a different level.
sausage. It's a little spice to it.
We're getting lamb out of Spider-Man thermos.
sausage.
We winning right now.
He came on his podcast like, oh, I didn't know if he would. I mean, I don't know. Maybe want some lamb sausage.
These not even paper plates.
No,
These
I know,
these party like this is the party plastic
these get
silverware.
washed.
I like this.
Like, I mean, these get washed after an event. Like if not enough people, let me like, all right, let me.
The party plastic silverware.
Yeah,
So
some of this.
this is lamb sausage
lamb sausage. Yeah.
that did not exist to me before today.
So the farm is out in Latrobe. John and Suki Jameson. They sell this product all over the world. It's shipped out. They just wrote a book called Coyotes in the Pasture, Wolves at the Door, about like bankers and literally coyotes that attacked their lamb. Do you guys want some?
You can get some in lamb down.
So I brought it because lamb in Western Pennsylvania, our climate here and the grasses that grow here produce a very specific kind of grass, so that it like feeds the lamb how lambs I guess evolved, or what, according to these French chefs and chefs from all over the world, the lamb that's raised here in Western Pennsylvania is like the best lamb.
I love how you just like pulled out like napkins from your bag. Like,
But not just napkins, bro. These are embroidered. You got locally embroidered.
They're not
as
embroidered.
locally sourced napkins.
as she was like
They're
giving
half.
the description, like just not even just here you go.
There's locally sourced napkins, bro. That's a different level of that's a different level of woke.
And what is this you shaking up?
So
right
this
right
is this is just a little sort of like a chopped salad that I made, all with local veggies. The basil in there is from my garden. The tomatoes, there's banana peppers, onion, and then I use some garlic, salt, dried garlic and then just salt and pepper. So this is just, kind of an example of like eating. So when you taste it, it's super fresh. Do you need here you go. It's super. So I just made this before I came today. And so that was probably 3 hours ago.
So this is the most local ever because
it's like just super
Local
fresh.
and fresh,
So
yeah.
all of that was picked this week.
Buy local, buy friend.
Yeah. And so, this is a good example of, you could buy a jar of salsa, of course.
Yeah.
But this is a way to incorporate fresh vegetables into your diet because it tastes so good. And I think that's the point.
Like fresh tomatoes, like I feel like It's one of the
one of
best
the
like
dopest. Yeah.
vegetables. Like tomatoes could just taste
Yeah.
like straight water bullshit, or they
Yep.
could taste like fucking tomatoes.
Right.
I mean,
right.
like,
And that's the thing. If you're going to eat tomatoes, why not buy local, especially now in Pittsburgh in July? I was at a Giant Eagle a couple years ago, and I saw tomatoes for sale, and country of origin was Israel, and it was in the middle of August. So why? So this is the kinds of things. It's like, if we're going to eat tomatoes in Pittsburgh in July and August, why not buy local? Why would we ship them from the Middle East?
and that's the thing, and that's what like we were just talking about that. Like, I mean, the other day was like, why is it cheaper to buy steel from elsewhere? I mean, that's then to produce it here locally. I mean, and when you promote this local, when you promote local, you're doing that globally as well. You're talking about the folks in these areas also keeping the dollars where they're at. I
Right.
mean, like, and not being taken advantage of by these larger big. Because at the end of the day, we're all getting fucked over by the same people.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter where they're stationed. They're like, I mean, they're still all fucking us over. I mean, whether they're shipping it over here or over there, it's a global thing for them. For us, it's very on the ground. I mean, that's where we live, on the ground. That's our lives. So, this message is something that, like, again, falling in, broken record or whatever, but you learn globally and you apply locally, and that way you're able to, like, it is a global world. It's an economy, but we should know where our things come from, and I think that people, no matter where you're at, are better served by keeping it, like local, as well as environmental things.
Right. I mean, it tastes great, and the farm that I bought this from got all of the money for the vegetable, instead of on average 14.8 cents. So if I went and bought a jar of salsa, the farmers that contributed to that
Right.
would have gotten 14.8 cents instead of $1. So that means more jobs, more just keeping it local. And so another piece of what I've learned over the years from studying this stuff is that if we just increased money in our local food shed by 10%, we would create 33,000 jobs and $4 billion in economic activity.
By how many
By
percent?
10%?
10% in the 10 counties around of southwestern Pennsylvania. That was a study done in
So you're saying
2015.
if we put 10% more of our money, our food budget,
Like
into
buying-
local,
Yeah.
Yes.
just 10% of our budget.
Yes.
Like, so if you spend $300 a month on
$30.
groceries, $30 more go into local.
Correct.
But what's crazy? Like I
And
feel
it's
like
so easy to do. And I'm not looking at everyone to do it. I mean,
Right.
it's the people that are just they have the means to do it.
Yeah.
They have the SUV to drive a little further to the farm market.
10%
or
ain't
to
a whole
pull
lot.
over to the farm
it's not-
market.
Stop
when they're
giving them
driving by.
tithes to God, man.
It's-
Give that shit to them mother. Like,
I mean,
listen-
people are spending money anyway. They're going to all of these,
So what do you think the larger barrier is? Like the cost? Like the
it's
feeling of
it's
cost, or-
marketing.
but
it's
'cause-
not because they're not being marketed to. Because
Right.
these little small businesses don't have the budgets to market and to have the public relations and the brainwashing that McDonald's and Burger King does to kids and to all of us, so that
$1 billion.
I don't have time to cook. I have to get Blue Apron because I don't have time to cook. I mean,
Right.
people think that, but the average American watches 2.5 hours of TV today and spends less than a half an hour preparing food.
So-
we have time.
Yeah, because I just feel like looking at it from the consumer perspective, I don't even know. Like I don't know who to support here. You don't know where you don't even
So
think
if you
about
want to
where
start,
your food's coming
how do
from.
you even start? I would
Yeah.
go to a farmer's market. So go to the city parks website if you live in Pittsburgh, if you live in the outlying areas. I mean, you can look on our website to find a local farmer's market. The Post-Gazette does a great farmer's market list every year. If you just Google, I mean, tons of the like Good Food Pittsburgh, Fit Pittsburgh, all of these groups every year do like a farmer's market lists. Find a local farmer's market and just start going, and you'll figure it out. Because what you want is different from what I want, and different from what Day wants.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
Day
not.
I
wants
want
milk.
mostly red meat.
He wants milk.
right,
Yeah, that's
and you
really
could
where
get
I'm
it.
at,
You
yeah.
could get
red
it.
milk and
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah.
Red milk.
Red milk
That
and
is
meat.
raw milk and
Strawberry
red
milk.
meat. Raw milk and red meat. It's 2 of 2.
How fresh is that milk?
It's not. That would not be kosher.
That is
Yeah.
I also brought chicken
Extremely
jerky.
Can we have some of that,
Yes,
please?
this is also from Westmoreland County, from Ligonier. This is the drunk chicken, and it's actually beer is the base, So I was thinking we should introduce them to Dennis at First Sip Brew Box.
Ooh.
Because this would be a great
That would
addition.
be great
See?
in that box.
Beer is the basic
community.
for this delicious snack. Then we kick up flavor with black and red peppers for a little heat. So this is
a
a
little
farm
spicy.
Chicken jerky.
Yeah.
You said heat. Oh, did y'all?
Heat.
Are y'all talking about heat? Because listen, man, I be hearing all
I did
these
not make
stories
it.
about heat. So we gonna find out
Yeah,
if
you
they a
can
little legit. Don't put
let
heat
me
on your
know.
package.
It's very
what is
chewy.
this?
So I would. It's
Yo, this
It's a whole rib cage.
That's
yeah, this is like a flattened breast. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's like a
it's
bird
it's
wing.
an A cup.
It's an eagle wing. What type of chicken?
It's an O. That is like usually jerky is like thin, like beef jerky is like thin strips, like, you know what I mean,
It
and
comes
hang
in
down.
all- yeah.
But like this,
that's and it's you're gonna have. So I would maybe break off a little bit because it'll take a little bit to chew it up.
well,
But the woman whose farm
that's jerky.
this is, she raises I think 1,000 chickens at a time, or maybe 1,000 a year. So it's a very small production. But this bag of jerky was $5. So that's not bad for a bag of jerky when you look at when you're talking about cost.
I've never even heard
Holy
of chicken
shit.
jerky.
I'm a jerky motherfucker. Like, I mean, and yeah,
I'm a jerky motherfucker.
yeah. Like good jerky, like, you know what I mean, like this is like cared for kind of. This ain't that package like Jack's Link
Those are like
shit that you get
chickens
with it's
raised
just
on
like straight.
pasture, right?
Yeah,
It's
no,
fresh.
I played baseball when I was young, and I used to chew jerky to emulate
Right.
people chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
I get my kids.
Yeah.
All three of my kids are playing baseball right now, and I gave them jerky to do the
Yeah.
exact same thing.
Big League Chew.
Right.
Remember Big League Chew, the baseball.
I tried it, but it was just stringy gum. I didn't understand it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to swallow it. To be honest, it was just too much shit.
Yo,
Like,
you
and-
saying the craziest shit.
But like this is like real jerky like has a bit more of like the meat to it still. It's not
Right.
just like dried out salt sticks.
Right.
Like it has like
As
more
you
of a
chew
texture.
jerky, more juice gets produced.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens.
Right. How do you like it? It's hard.
we-
It is hard to chew.
No, it's not hard
Yeah.
to chew. This is
Well, it's also chicken, so there's
jerky
not a lot of
consistent.
fat in it.
this is good.
Good.
I've never heard of chicken jerky.
I never heard about it either. So I meet these people because I go around and I have lunch and learns where businesses get together, and we also go to a lot of other people's events and do, tabling and that sort of thing. So people,
What is lunch and learn?
we basically just get together at like this last week. I was in Tarentum, I was in Uniontown, and I was in out in Somerset, and that's where I bought this jerky. But so I tell people like bring samples, bring order forms, like bring what you have, so that I can and I'll buy it if you bring samples. I always buy from farms whenever I'm with them, and I bring it home for us to eat, and also so that I can share it with people. Just kind of don't break a tooth. Just kind of get the word out because and that's what we're trying to do is with our marketing campaign is try to get the word out to mainstream Pittsburghers and Western Pennsylvanians. Like this is an option, and sort of using some of that like civic pride that people have that they rally around the Steelers. But maybe we can like rally around like this local producers. Exactly what Camille's doing with Cocopreneur.
It's hard to get people to rally around anything that's not the Steelers, like the Steelers. Like,
Right.
Like you got to have a Steeler rally around.
But look at like Fire
Like,
Festival.
Or get
I
the
mean, how do
Steelers
we
to-
fire festival like Cocopreneur and by Fresh by Local? You know what I mean? It's like that idea. And in this part of the,
have to be like
It has to happen,
an
though.
entitled dirtbag like rich white dude like that just is able to just not sleep at
or
night.
you get
by,
like the influencers. But who are the influencers here?
That's true.
but like
That's why. I guess that's why we're talking, because we want to get the word out to as many people as possible that it's better for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that like in that vein, what it's coming down to, instead of like people don't like buy brand names as much anymore. Like that's starting to wane. Like people are buying into people. So I think that like, as we are just more conscious as a people, and we are just talking to each other, and like we're now like, all right, let's like it has to be a conscious. You either got to want to do it or you don't.
Right.
If you want to do it, then like you said, it's like it feels hard. Like I mean, you feel that pressure, but you choose to feel that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could just be like, well, fuck it. I'm going to just buy whatever the fuck I want because it's convenient. And then you could say, you could buy what you want because it's convenient and then tell other people that you're not. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels of dirtbagness. You know what I mean? That's why, like, a Fire Festival type dude kind of gets that because he is just a trash bag. And he's telling everybody that he's, like, got all, whatever. It's like, it's hard for us to actually do it and live it. You know what I mean? But we recognize that we chose
because we're not
we
like shellacking it. We're like we're keeping it. Yeah, that's what when we did our magazine. When we sent out like the call for content because we asked farms and caterers and chefs and whomever to submit content, gardeners, and we said like don't Photoshop your pictures. And don't like spray shellac on your pictures.
You want that straight raw. I need that straight raw.
Yeah, don't show me. Don't filter
photo.
Because it's not. If it's not real, then I don't want it. Because you're setting people up for failure, and there's enough going on out there that we don't need to contribute to that.
So what does a typical how does shopping for the month look for you? Because I think a lot of people who want to go local, maybe it's not cost, maybe the barrier is accessibility.
So I would recommend. So if someone does have, in terms of accessibility, in terms of like transportation, or just no fresh food in the neighborhood, or money.
Just like so, when you're thinking about life, a lot of people thinking about shopping like we want to get it as a one-stop shop. I'm not just shopping for food. I'm
just
shopping
convenience.
I'm trying to get everything right now.
Convenient.
Brake pads, fucking lettuce, everything.
Time is a thing nowadays, just because like the wages are low and we have to work 2-3 jobs sometimes in order to just make ends meet. So it's like, if I can go to this one place
and get it all,
and then get back to whatever, like.
I mean, and by all means, if people have figured it out for themselves, then we're not suggesting, to interrupt that. It's not people. I would like to make things more convenient for people, and there are ways to do that. So there are a lot of people out there that are creating small businesses that like are doing meals locally that are, solving those problems. And there are programs out there through like Just Harvest where if you spend $5 using food stamps on fruits and vegetables, you get an extra $2. It's called the Food Bucks program. So that's a way that, food can be more accessible. There are like the mobile grocers that go around to different like housing communities or just areas that are food deserts that are making things more accessible. But for like the average like working person who just is working so much and they don't have time, I mean, I make it, so what I do is I make it part of what I have to do, and I try to bring my kids with me when I'm doing it. My kids are 8, 9, and 10. And I work full time. My husband works full time. It's insane.
Combine family time with grocery time and make it a teaching moment so that you're like, you don't have to be like, oh man, I gotta like hang out with the kids and I gotta do this. It's like, well, hang out with the kids and do this.
Because it's part of how I want to raise them.
Exactly.
So I want to raise them, and I mean, and you have to be conscious when you're raising kids to raise them and not just react to them,
not just live with them.
Exactly, because I mean, and I did that for a long time because I was just, so busy. And I kind of banned that word from my vocabulary a couple years ago because we all have the same amount of time. And it's to me, it's like a condescending thing to say because you're saying like, I'm so busy. I'm too busy to be with you because I'm doing something else. And so I don't want to tell that to my kids. And so I intentionally, I would cook a lot more if I wasn't working all the time. But I intentionally stop and cook because it's also like practice what you preach, so you can't go around saying all that. So, I mean, subscribing to a CSA is great because then you can get a local farm share every week. So if you have the money to do that, that's something that's, it forces you to buy local. So it breaks that sort of habit of not buying local. And there's a list of CSA drop sites in the magazine.
Wait, what's a CSA?
A subscription. So it stands for Community Supported Agriculture. Okay. So every week you get a share of the harvest from whatever farm you signed up for.
Okay.
So and there's drop sites all over the city and all over all the 26 drop counties. Sites. So you go to someone's porch and there's like 30 shares sitting on the porch and you take your share and go home and you pay for it up front or you pay as you go. There's many different models. There's probably like 30 different farms that are doing it. So we set them up a lot of times at like employer sites. So you can just go down, as you're leaving, and in the lobby, there's like 50 chairs sitting there. You sign up for it in advance.
You get dividends. You sign up.
That's exactly what. Or I always say it's like People Magazine. You get like a subscription, and then like every week there's like juicy bits of celebrity gossip. But when you subscribe to a local farm, you get like tomatoes and onions and peppers, like whatever's being harvested right now, corn, melons, berries, all the stuff that's coming out right now. On the back cover of the magazine, there's a seasonal calendar of fruits and vegetables of what's in season when throughout the year, which I think is great because it's just like a nice illustration of, what the type of food that is grown here. I think a lot of people perceive that since we're in the north, like we couldn't grow food here because we don't have a season long enough. And another thing is like encourage people to like grow their own food. So, I mean, why not grow like tomatoes and basil and onions and, all these different things that are, that you can here. And that's another great way to teach kids. And anybody can garden.
So, but is the concept of like good dirt, bad dirt like a real thing?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so how do you make your dirt better if you want to grow your own?
I mean, bad dirt would be really bad as if you were growing food in like an industrial like soil that's been like contaminated by all the industry that's around here. The best way to do that is to build just use containers. So just get fresh dirt, basically, or a container garden where you build. But just getting a pot of soil and planting like a basil plant in it. You can buy a basil plant at Giant Eagle or anywhere and have basil sitting on your front porch.
This is just cool as shit. Like you really got like how these motherfuckers like grow all year round. Like,
and those are just the fruits and vegetables.
So when to buy it fresh, or if you wanted to grow it, you'd be like, all right, this is
I can do this right then.
Yeah. I mean, all right, let me get that motherfucking.
It's coming up on July. Yeah. I'm about to motherfucking finish these radishes.
Yeah. I mean,
finish off these radishes by July 30. That's the expiration of good radish.
Pull this motherfucking celery out in February because shit, that's about to be June for the next ones come through. So
that would be a cool. I wish wifey was like into like this real heavy.
Yeah, I can't.
Like imagine just watching your food. Like, yo, this salad, June 17th.
Got the release date. Gotta have the release date on this.
The illest salad, bro. The lettuce is right. I'm about to have apple. It's gonna be a Cobb salad. Like, yo, that's crazy.
So strawberries, no, blackberries. Oh, blackberries is like the, you know what I mean? Like, now that blackberry is like a once a year type
We about to miss it, bro. You got 2 weeks.
Ooh, that's in August? Oh, shit.
No, it ends July. No, I'm Brooklyn. I'm sorry, I'm looking at broccoli. Yeah, shit. August is coming up.
In August.
Oh, it's coming up.
The only time that you can get blackberries in the area.
Damn.
Is in August, hey? Yeah. We'll make sure we get a little blackberry ale going on there August 10th. Shit.
Yeah, damn.
Shit.
That's that exclusive. I'm about to be slanging blackberries, bro. I'm be standing outside of Trader Joe's. Yo, fam, come here.
Trader Joe's does not buy local.
No?
No.
Yeah, so I'm
Trader Joe's is owned by Aldi's.
They are, and all these don't.
There's like only 3 brands in the world, and they just have all these.
That's right.
Offshoots.
So we really just.
There's really thousands and thousands and thousands of brands, but they're these little small family-owned businesses.
They're all just
Coca-Cola. They're contracted to the larger brand. It almost feels like kind of like we said with Dean's. Yeah,
if they're not selling direct to consumer, right?
Damn. I'm about to have mad. Blackberry's gonna be $10 a pop.
August, man. August is
in August.
Yeah, blacker the berry.
I'm about to have all them blackberries for Labor Day.
I mean, so shout out to man, and this is the worst transition. I ain't even trying to like make this the transition, but this Firestone. So shout out to Felice coming through with the. He comes through with these ales. I don't know if you heard the episodes a while back.
Are we jumping into this now?
Like, man,
all right.
And it's kind of just it's just crazy because like our 2 most inebriated situations were with these 2 individuals from each side of the table. So
that's my bad, bro. I recommended that he come through today. I didn't realize. I didn't realize what I signed us up.
So
for.
You signed us up for him. I signed us up for her, and like then we just like, and it was like, oh,
it's a collaboration.
Shit. It's a collaboration. It's a collaboration. So he brought some Firestone, which is a very well respected brewery out of what is that, Cali? Are they out of Cali over there? And this is the Sticky Monkey.
Aromatic.
Holy shit! That's how long is this aged? This is a 2016. What's the ABV on this, man?
How do you? This is
What's the,
crazy.
what's the ABV on this, man?
This should not be 11. This is so good.
No. It drinks like a guy, like a 7-8. Like, yeah, I mean, like it's flavorful, so you know it ain't no bullshit. But like that booziness isn't like in there where like you would get from your bigger beers because it aged. And I was sitting with Tim Russell, We'll get into that in a little bit because I saw a label in there that looks something familiar. So we'll get into that a little bit. But sitting with Tim Russell, and he was telling me how like how like it ages. When it ages, it allows that like that alcohol, that methane or whatever to kind of like get out. So like that's the boozy shit. And then when that gets like evaporated, then it becomes more subtle and like it just allows you to enjoy the moment.
That's good and dangerous. What you just put on the table is dangerous. This is a dangerous podcast.
Speaking of Tim Russell, you brought some of his products here. Another local.
Yeah, the spiced flavored rum. Maggie's Farm. Made in the Strip District. From American Grown Cane.
Here it is. If you were wondering
that's
what
what it is. Great. It's to the point.
Would you like to try some, Ed?
Spiced rum to the point.
So the thing about Maggie's Farm that like Tim has been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out. He'll be down at he'll be down at Fresh Fest.
Yeah.
He's actually collaborating with Melanie Dion, if y'all know Beauty Jackson, and Cultured Kombucha down at DC. So this is another 3-way collab. What they're doing is Melanie and Cultured are collabing on a kombucha. Then they're going to bring it up and they're going to pair it in a cocktail with Maggie's Farm. And I don't know if you've had kombucha and rum, but that is a motherfucker right there.
Okay, so we about to have. I haven't had that. We're about to have the rum. I'm scared of this.
And like Maggie's Farm
Straight
rum.
rum.
I brought some Coke. If you want to try it with a Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Coca. I brought
Like,
total
I got
sellout.
excited.
It's not local.
And then not so much.
Not that kind of Coke.
No, I'm good.
I grew poppies.
No,
that's not poppies.
all right.
There we go. There's some ice and some Coke.
Yo, the best parties have had the phrase, yo.
The podcast is
Coke.
it's like a 5-hour podcast.
Wait, what? No.
The first party I was at where I heard I brought some
agree.
Coke.
I don't agree with that lifestyle. I don't like the way they treat Indians. Well, they stole all their water and then they sold it back to them.
I was on a positive note. People bringing Coke to parties.
There's some ice there if you want some more. Just drink it.
I'm
room temperature.
neat. I'm neat.
Yeah.
I'm a very neat guy.
I ain't. Listen, man. I ain't. Fuck all that manly shit. I will.
Look at the lifestyle she lives. She has ice in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. No.
I don't know
It's
if
a
that
tailgate.
speaks-
I come here like I'm going to a tailgate.
See,
That's how I see it.
Did you think she got us fucked up like on accident?
No, I'm just trying to think.
This
Does
was
that
a
mean
hit.
she's
This is what we
super-
do. We have a lot of practice.
She had us in the crosshairs when she came in last time.
Either she's
You know what I
super
mean?
responsible or we just don't have the shit we need. Like, motherfucker, somebody came and brought ice to dinner.
Yo, that's stunting on a motherfucker. When you go to somebody's house and be like, yo, can I get a... It's okay.
I brought dinner.
It's okay.
And ice.
I have it.
Ice in my
I figure, you never know when you're going to need some
one
napkins
of those regular
and ice.
fridges. You don't regular ass rental fridges.
It's okay. You'll get it. You'll get the hang of it. You know, I've got it. Got it
Oh,
this
your
time.
fridge can make ice for you. You don't have to buy those trays anymore. You can have more than 12 ice.
Just brought some from home. It's okay. Had some extra lying around.
Motherfucker, bring ice.
Oh, this is amazing, man.
Local rum, that's like straight off the boat, bro.
Yo, this shit tastes like everybody that like I talk to about rum, and when I talk about Maggie's Farm, they always talk about like Captain and all that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, listen,
this
man,
spice
this
hits you
ain't-
different.
Maggie's is good.
This spice hits you in your nostrils, like after the sip.
Right.
All of a sudden, it's like a little spice.
So you can buy both of these in the wine and spirit store. So that's that's like the point that I want to make. So you don't have, when you're there, you can buy this. You don't have to buy, something else.
Yeah, you can
The other brands.
You actually get PA Libations. Shout out. You know what
Shout
I
out
mean?
to Christian Simmons.
Christian Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's I mean, what he's done is amazing.
So, yo, that,
Found a
His
loophole.
store is incredible.
Found the loophole.
And he's
made
representing
himself,
all
homie.
of these distilleries. I mean, so Tim, the guy that owns this Bly, his name is Barry. I mean, I know them personally.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that I go into the liquor store and buy their product
Mm-hmm.
is sending the liquor store a message like, I want those guys to get my money.
You have to put your word where your dollar is.
That's right.
Man, you know?
Right. And your dollar where your word is.
Something like
too.
that, man.
Vice versa.
What if heaven was hell and vice versa?
Pass the joy up this motherfucker. Hey, yo, that motherfucker was hot for
Yo,
like
when that shit
8
dropped,
whole months.
bro, when that shit dropped, let me tell you about that. I had just went to visit my family in Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So like we in
Ooh,
the deep,
it was-
deep
yeah,
south,
it
and vice versa had just dropped.
couldn't
Bro,
tell
you
them-
talk about the anthem. I listened to vice versa 3,733 times that summer. All of those happened
it's-
in one weekend.
Yo, that's how motherfucking PD Pablo, North. Like my
Bro.
family is from Wilmington, so like went down there when PD
Ooh,
Pablo
I
came
can only
out.
imagine
because
they don't get many
at all.
So
That
when you
was-
get the
yeah,
one,
that one,
that's
and it
day
was
one.
just yeah.
that's Petey Pablo. That's day one.
I was so mad because it came out early and I was already over it. And then I went down there in the summertime to visit them, and they was like, "Nope, we still doing this."
And when he came out with the remix,
Here's a t-shirt.
This was for yo. He came out with a remix. This was for New York City.
And it's crazy because they used to
Come on,
always clown me for like waving the terrible towel and shit, and then I come down there and they like waving the t-shirts. They're like, "You motherfuck you, fuck all you motherfuckers."
Praise up. Take the shirt off. Shit, and when that dropped, they felt, bro. Yo,
True.
that Pastor Troy, that shit went crazy. But yo, I feel like it's weird because when I drink local, you can taste, you can really feel it.
The quality, it's handcrafted, like, and that's the thing that
It's true to the name, like spiced rum. This is really spiced rum. Like I can taste the spice.
quality is hard to scale up. I mean, it's just like in any production, like there's a difference between a steak that somebody made like in batches of 1,000 and steak that you made for this person. You know what I mean? I made
Right.
one steak for you. It's the same thing with beer and any other product that you know what I mean, that you take.
Well, animals. When you talk to farms about their animals and when they're ready to process them, they don't want their animals to have to travel anywhere in order to get processed because they don't want their animals to get stressed.
And then it comes out of
Yes.
like that's why Kobe beef or whatever
Right.
they be massaging the motherfuckers and feeding them wine
Right.
because a happy cow is a happy steak.
Yo,
so when you have but that it costs it's time. And if you put that time into it, if I put this time into making one steak, I'm gonna either make this one steak for 10 minutes or I'm gonna make 100 steaks for 10
Right.
minutes, and you're gonna taste that difference.
Right.
And it doesn't matter where you're at, whether that's beer, because even in beer, there's a certain point where you can't get the same ingredients even
That's right.
on that type of a scale. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to sacrifice quality for quantity. And when you're talking about buying local, you're not just talking about like, supporting, but you're actually getting a better grade of quality
That's
because
right.
they can't give you that same on that shit coming all the way out here, sitting on the boats and all that. I mean,
Right.
whatever.
Straight raw is a
Right.
thing, and like it's crazy. I just had this thought. So It's great just to hear you talk about beef traveling and things like that. Like you don't, as the average consumer, you don't even think of that.
Idea, right.
I was driving the other day and I saw a horse it was in a horse, the carriage or whatever, to carry him. And I'm looking like, yo, he can't move at all.
Wouldn't that be horrible? Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he does. Like, does he race or whatever? But I hope this is like a 30-minute drive because this shit look like you can't lay down. You just gotta stand straight up in the back of this little uncomfortable shit. You're not gonna. I'm like, yo, that's terrible.
But I mean, they got humans be doing that shit. Like motherfuckers will stand. I worked in factories.
That's how you. Well,
yeah.
But
you work in factory, you stand in that one motherfucking place for like
and it's
4.5 hours,
but you
sometimes
move
6.
around a little bit. Like
Listen,
he can't move.
I'm telling you, I have sat on a motherfucking production line where you stand in that one place for like 4 to 6 hours. You may leave to go piss, and you come
can't
right
do that.
back. Yeah, but the horse is just pissing right
one
there.
One step forward or one step back.
Yeah.
Like you're literally.
Yeah.
They've made it that you have the least amount of or the minimum amount of accessible legal space.
What I'm saying is it's bad for both. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying like it's
well,
good.
I don't think that horse isn't
both.
going to wherever it's going to excel.
Yeah.
It's going to do whatever. Like
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. The person that's standing in that production line typically isn't like excelling. You know what I mean? They're just like, yo, fuck your health insurance, fuck your even like basic necessity to live. We just need you to stand here and do this one motherfucking thing
what
and
if
with
that
no
horse
appreciation.
is a breeder? He's giving that female horse the laziest dick of all time. This nigga getting off the back
Wait.
of a trailer. Like, yo, go breed with this woman. It's like, I've been standing for 8
Dave's
hours.
still talking about the warehouse.
Yeah, I was listen to this episode 2. I was like, wait a second. What
The
jobs?
conversation was going.
What
I was watching it like it's like a tennis match.
What jobs have you been privy to?
about the horse, bro.
Listen, bro.
I just
I'm
had
gonna need you to
start-
come in.
Yo,
and
that's
take care of this.
I think some of them horses be breeders, dog. They just be going
Yes,
out of
the
state.
horses are. Yes, they
And
do
they
bring
just
horses in.
stand on the back of that shit, and then gotta go
horses
breed
they definitely
with
do
this.
For that.
Sometimes they don't even take the horse; they just take the.
Yo,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sample.
Yeah,
selling it. Yo, I never like going to donate to a fertility clinic. I've never that shit seems crazy.
keep it real, keep it local.
I can't. Yeah, like I can't.
Listen, let's keep it real.
Can I guarantee that it won't leave? Does it not leave Pittsburgh? If I
Why would you care? Would you be
Who,
like
the
I
child?
mean, if your shit is on demand in Japan, like you know what I mean, you would
I
be
think
mad
that's
at
better.
That.
I
If
won't.
motherfuckers was like, yo,
But I think it's
kinda-
better. Like if your shit's on demand in Pittsburgh, fam, you might run into
You
a
gon-
motherfucker
yeah,
at
I'ma
Giant
need-
Eagle.
I'm gonna need you to ship
Me
this
and
at
this
least-
dude
at
in
least
aisle 3
across-
is looking at each other like, fam.
Dad,
at least across a hemisphere or an equator. It's
And
gotta
you know
be,
you was at the clinic dropping that shit off too. You know that those kids is out there.
You got it.
You run into one like
there's got to be a guarantee of like shipment like this. I feel like that's the one thing you should not buy fresh or local.
I need you to be in a. I need you to
old
be.
and stale and from
I need,
far away.
I'm gonna need some time and distance.
Yeah, you
fermentation.
gotta go to a different time zone.
Does it get better?
I need you in a whole nother hemisphere. Like
Does it get better? Can you age
send
it?
this motherfucker overseas,
Does it mature if you like?
bro. If I was to donate,
Well, this is a fresh 2016 Bailey.
but look, I be thinking, I
This
really
was
be
in-
thinking
the
of.
raw
in
milk?
this was in the height of his comedy career.
I'll be-
this is
But you never
prime
thought of it.
jokes
I'll be
and,
wondering
After
like,
Fresh Fest 5.
after the 5th one. I'm like, yo, I need to.
like the kids that
Like,
the kids
spread
that be
this
coming
around.
out of this after start to drop off. So I would.
Here's a collaboration for you.
But seriously, I be thinking like that's got to be a rough life. Like if you've been like I know there are niggas who've donated semen multiple times. You don't ever wonder.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got to look at the spectrum of the kids. Like, where was his prime? Like, you know what I mean? Where was
Right.
his prime? You know.
But what if I know
Sampling.
but if I'm donating semen, I'm probably at a low point. I need the money.
That's
Do
what
I
I'm saying.
want-
So
do I
you're
want
probably
the
only
product
getting the
that
I
worst.
don't think people just do that for the money. I mean, obviously that's part of it.
That's a
But I
weird
think
thing
people
to be
want-
only, no.
That's a
the
weird
only
thing to
part.
be
Nobody is
noble
donating
about.
for any. What else would the people do? Be
I think
because
there
they
should be
want
more
because
of
it's
me.
like like genetically they're like it's like
I'm genetically
an instinct
superior,
to
so-
like wanna
Is
like.
that what you believe men think? Like they're like, oh man,
No,
I
it's
just wanna have this-
instinct. It's not thoughts. It's just part of it is like an instinct. Like you want to have children.
Yes,
you
that's
want
why-
to reproduce.
Well, yes, but
I'd
see,
like to know them, though.
But as men,
you do. But you're. I mean,
no, we do have.
maybe
that.
you're not donating.
No, we do
No,
have.
ain't
that.
no maybe.
But
I've never.
So
come
we
in
would
that
have
cup.
to. We would have to talk to people who have donated
But
to
no,
really psychoanalyze them.
But
I would love
logically-
to have that conversation.
We should. Buzzy, are you listening?
No, that's because I couldn't come in a cup and be like,
Can we
what
get
just
someone
happened
on the line?
Watching this weird.
But that's
'cause
what I'm saying.
They probably
The
got
only
weird
reason I would-
pornos.
the only
They're
reason
like
I would
mad
come in a
bland
cup-
pornos. You,
No,
I don't know.
I'm okay answering the question, but here's what I'm saying.
I could ask him. He donated his
I
semen.
want
He'll
to-
say anything.
I want to
semen
spread my
was in a
seed
cup.
as much as possible, right? But and that's why I am on genetic. Like I'm just always yummy in that kind of thing or whatever. But as a society, we realize like that ain't the ticket. So masturbation is a thing. Most times I'm just like I'm taking that urge and I'm like, cool. Now there's no
There's no
any
more
kind
urge,
of
right.
there's no and there's no backlash. There's no whatever like that need that
There's
need,
no choices that need to be made.
yeah,
Bro,
that
I don't
need
wanna-
is easily like whatever. Now, if I'm gonna do it in a cup, that is a thing that
I
like
don't want a kid to come from me masturbating.
exactly.
That's a
the
terrible
only reason you would
origin,
do
fam.
something like that is if
My
somebody
hand?
paid you. If you
Nah.
were in a bad enough situation that somebody paid you and was
It's
like,
got to
listen,
be for money.
it's got to be for. But then
I think guys who do that, it's about more than money.
Ego? Like, what is it?
Yes.
yeah, you got.
Definitely.
I'm not coming in a
The
cup
male
for my
ego
you think
is
there's-
giant and fed by such tiny little things.
So you think there's like a sector of folks that are just out there trying to like
She just took a
dominate?
jab
It's like
at
the
us.
Dominate the market?
feminist critique.
She
What?
took
Or
a
you
jab
feel like
at
there's
the
people out there
entire
trying to dominate
gender
the
right
market?
there.
Like they're just like,
Well, look at the doctors who turn out like the fertility doctors have fathered like 60 kids. That happens all the time.
the fertility doctors.
Yeah, like the fertility doctor, like it's not working with like the donors, or the dad. So the fertility doctor is now like it turns out that they're like they're the father of like 30, 40, 50 kids.
See, now you're talking about people that
And that happens.
That's
I mean-
planned. I think so. I feel like that's happening more because that's a dude that's planned his life.
I think that's
around,
probably
like,
happened the whole time the whole industry's been going. Because
so
there's
there's
always
somebody
like
that's just like,
yeah,
let
because
me-
there's yes, they're
Oh, that's-
egomaniacs.
wow.
He's saturating
I never
the
thought
market.
about
Yes.
that. Yeah,
With his semen.
They trying to dominate
That
and they
motherfucker's
trying to
crazy.
corner Northwest, like fucking United States. Like, let me just like. That's crazy.
So
then
that's
it should-
coming out
so
now
then it
that
needs
they
to
have
be-
all these DNA tests.
But then why don't
this
they
kind of
have-
stuff is coming out?
They need to have checks and balances on that shit. There needs to be a limit.
Well, that
like,
doctor
all right.
is
you
the
check-
check and balance, right? You trust your doctor,
Just
and
checking semen.
Wow.
I don't know how we got onto this conversation.
I don't know. Are we
Products.
talk? Is there locally sourced semen everywhere?
That's not my field.
Not in any way,
Out
shape, or form.
Stay in my lane.
Is
But-
that
Stay
where
out of
we-
my lane,
where
bro.
did we okay. I don't know how we got here.
Raw milk.
That you're drinking. I don't know what you're drinking, but I'm not gonna say
So
that.
I also brought chocolate milk from Brunton's Dairy.
I was gonna
up
drink
in,
that in
No, okay,
seclusion.
so
Ed,
Bruns,
you have to take that home. It's
Yeah,
from
I'm gonna drink that in
Aliquippa,
seclusion.
PA.
Bruns got some banging ass
Yeah,
fucking
they're amazing.
bacon. And
Yeah.
honestly, the reason why I actually live in Beaver now is because I was dating Kat. I mean, my fiance was. She was like, yo,
You ain't moved
like,
out there for bacon, man.
yo, I woke up and she had this fucking thick cut bacon
Yeah.
from Brunton's,
Yep.
like, and it
Yep.
looked like steaks or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? Thick ass, like, yo, I was like, yo, that
She's
shit.
like, hey, baby, let's move to Beaver County.
Yeah, no, she's a vegetarian. Yeah, I mean, so that was a
Oh,
that
you
was
see what I'm saying?
That was a hell of a
Total
night.
that was a targeted situation.
Yeah,
she
that's
was
a
like,
hell of a night,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, she was like, no, this is so. Yeah, I woke up in the morning like
Sign the
had
lease.
some Bruntons. Yo, so yeah, no, Brun's got great. They got a great jerky,
And they
a couple
deliver,
other
Ed.
things.
They deliver.
deliver
yes.
bacon.
They deliver from a whole list of things.
Oh, I
so
would
you have
love
like
to
a
just
milk
have
box
milk
out
delivered.
front. Yes, you can. They deliver.
What time do they do?
I don't know.
Like, how-
I
what's
have no. You have to Google it.
No, I'm saying like
Yeah,
what,
I
what
am
is
not
it?
the
He
marketing
don't,
rep.
He don't want any extra deliveries.
I'll
You're
look it
what
up.
time
I'll
they
send
coming
you
through,
a-
bruh? Because
Nah, I
I
don't
leave
want,
around
how long
7.
can you have
so.
milk sitting on your porch? Is what
I
I'm
think
saying.
they put cold packs. So you have like a cooler on your front porch, and they put cold packs. You put cold packs in the cooler,
Ooh.
so when it's delivered, it stays cold. So like I brought. This.
I don't think anybody back in the day had
See-
coolers, and that's an easy.
I
that's
just
an
like threw a
easy
cool pack
answer.
in it.
Yeah.
That's
how
can
you know. So it would be.
Can you get a little service or whatever? Can you be like, yo, drop off my cool pack and my first little delivery?
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be like, yo, bro, I ain't got no cool packs, but like, yo, drop me off
this
one.
is the least of what you need. Yeah.
Yo, you can really get anything now
Yeah.
and order that shit.
I mean, the other stuff that's grown here is like any kind of grain, corn. I was going to make cornbread, but I ran out of time. I shouldn't have even said it.
You
Next
never
time,
should
next
not
time,
bring cornbread.
Right now. Next time I'm going to bring cornbread and chili.
What
made
diet
with all local
can
ingredients.
you not eat cornbread?
I know.
Is there a diet that exists that doesn't eat cornbread?
Like keto, like corn, like grain free, whatever.
Cornbread?
The
Just
keto.
eat real food.
I got a
Yeah.
friend who's on
People
keto.
have
I
special
don't trust
diets.
motherfuckers that don't eat cornbread, man. Like,
It's
man,
hard
I just
to hard
don't.
to explain that to me.
I don't. I just
How
don't.
I
you
know,
just
it's
can't
so
eat
delicious.
cornbread
Like
that,
it's just the
man.
most like basic of corn.
But some
It's
people-
cake.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's almost healthy cake.
Yeah, I mean,
is.
yeah. It's bread that they trick into like, and I even had cornbread that tastes like cookies sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you can finesse
next
the
time,
hell out of that.
I have a good
like,
recipe. I'll make it.
see,
You got mad recipes, I'd imagine.
a lot of
Getting
shit.
it
Yeah.
locally. You're dealing with people who produce, understand the organism and all that shit behind it. You're dealing with brewers of fruit and veggies.
Right.
Like,
I'm a little upset because we have been imbibing and being like, you know, eating all of your shit, and you have not partaken in any of ours. So, are you drinking some of this we just opened up over here?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll get into that. What is
Let me
this?
finish my mojito.
Mojito.
yeah, you can have anything. local.
Mojito.
I think a lot of people's apprehension of local is the dirt.
Get you a glass.
Oh, look at he being all Day's being chivalrous in his salmon fray. Day is upgraded as like you got salmon fray jeans. He's a celebrity now. that's my dude though. It's like, yo, look at this table. Like this shit is crazy. So how much in your household would you say is local, like of products that you use, consume?
I would say probably 50%
That's a
or
crazy,
more, maybe more. But we
That's
don't.
crazy to me.
I know. It should be, but in
should
a way,
be-
it should be
it should-
even more.
Well, it should be regular. Like it should.
Oh,
be
it
the
absolutely.
thing.
So we have like we have like oatmeal. I buy local oatmeal. So like
Like it's something I would never think.
eggs, I buy all local eggs. Cheese, I buy local cheese. But my husband buys stuff that's not local all the time. If it wasn't for him, our ratio would definitely.
That's how
go up.
Camille feels. She's like, Ed buys things that aren't black all the time.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I'm like, I'm fucking up the branding. I'm ruining the branding.
Okay, so I was just advised that you should not drink that whole thing that I just gave you, because
Wow.
So
Is
here's-
that a first?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I picked up this bottle and I was afraid of it. Like I picked it up and it doesn't like
It looks
have,
gothic. It looks dangerous.
It doesn't have a name. It just has like it's a ghostly
It's
spirit.
definitely a villain.
And then I turned it around and it said Dark Apparition Reserve. So
For who?
So I feel bad. I was trying
Oh,
to.
it tastes like black licorice.
Ooh, is that it? Here.
That's good.
I'm not even.
Where did this come from?
Where did this come from?
Jackie
Jackie.
O.
Oh,
It's
Jackie O.
good.
I've heard of Jackie O's.
Jackie O's Nookie real good. That's one of her. That's one of her
very
This is one of
good.
the few
famous-
Like, I've heard
So
of
wait,
Jack-
why shouldn't
Jackie
I
O's.
drink it
What is
all?
that? Where is that up in?
Day
Like
saying it's
Chicago or
dangerous and he doesn't want to be
Athens,
responsible
Ohio,
for your body's
Ohio. I knew it
reaction.
was somewhere in
I'm
the
not.
Midwest.
I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid.
She said, "Listen,
Like, bring it
said,
on.
I ain't
I ain't scared of you,
I
motherfuckers.
ain't voodoo out this month.
I don't even have anything to pour it in.
Oh,
now.
so we're gonna do an event up at Voodoo Brewing in Meadville.
Yeah, yo.
In
As soon
November.
as you see Jake,
Yes, I will remind him.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
go-
you guys could take a road trip.
When is this?
November 9th.
Yup.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we need to
there's
get
anything
together like
going on
post
over
Fresh
there.
Fest.
We have not
right.
booked
post
anything
Fresh
past-
Fest. We need to get together because we have
Yes.
a couple things going on that would be cool for you guys to be a part of.
We would love to be a part of those as long as there's no raw milk there.
Pardon me? At Voodoo Brewing, we're going to do a harvest tasting. And so we've done harvest tastings in Pittsburgh since 2012. So just like farms, breweries, distilleries, food vendors, caterers come, and there could be like 30 different vendors, and then people buy tickets. They can come in and like sample products and then buy products from all the different vendors. So this is the first time we're doing anything. Like once we did one in Washington County, but this is the first harvest tasting that we're doing up like closer to Erie. It'll be in Meadville.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like Meadville is it's a dope spot because you can take that Erie Trail
Right.
all the way down, and like there's Lavery, Erie Ale Works, Sprague, Voodoo's over there.
Yep.
So it's a nice like, and you can also have that fest like, so you can kind of tie that whole thing in there.
That's exactly what we want to do.
Like,
yeah.
Bring in again. It's that local shit. Like
That's where craft beer is like such a great entree for people to bring in, and then to do, try some of these other things like the lamb or these like salads and things like that.
I would love to live in a society that's like locally based.
You do.
What I mean? Like
you can.
Well, no, but I mean,
Completely.
to the great, I think we can get to it. But even if I'm like, for example, you're very locally based, 50% of your products in your home local. But now when you go out and you're dealing with others and you're in your network, not everybody's that same way.
Absolutely. You have to.
I feel like it would be cool to be that way though,
Yes.
like to always run into the person that, just seeing the motherfucker that do your dry cleaning feels good for some reason. Like, yo, I'll be getting my shit starched by my man Larry over
Right.
there. Like, it feels good.
It's
when
really-
when you could put money in the people's pockets, that shit feels good.
And I know you gonna have to see me. Like, if you gotta do my shit, you gonna have to see me.
Yeah,
like, you can't fuck around with mine because
like,
you gotta see me.
When that happens, when you are in need, the folks look out because they're like, all right, you consistently are here. You know what I mean? Like, people don't understand that. This is like karma. Karma ain't anything other than just what you just do on a regular
Karma
basis.
is cultivated.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have if you have a network and you put that out to them on a regular basis, whenever you're in need, the network will be like, hey,
And you
what's
can't put a
good?
price on that.
Not at
So
all.
you
You're
paid
not.
10 cents more. And that's
Literally
where Camille taught me
10%.
that. Where I mean, being intentional. When I was talking to her, I was like skating around that word, and she was like, "You mean intentional?" And that's exactly what it is. And
But-
it's
go ahead.
incredible. I mean, when the things that can happen when you live that way.
But the thing about finance too is, once it becomes habit, it reduces the effect of the monetary. You know what I mean? So like, if you
Right.
pay a little bit more for
Right.
your groceries, once it becomes habit, you can stomach that whatever it is. But you will adjust things in other functions of life. You might even see reduction in some other shit. You know what I
I'll
mean?
tell you what,
Maybe
if you're
gotta
going
watch
to
yourself.
a farmer's
and
market
things like
and
that.
buying, like, if you say, like, hey, I want to get, like, eight tomatoes this week because I'm going to, like, make a big batch of salsa for a party, and you say this to the farmer that you're buying tomatoes from, they're going to say, hey, you know what? I have these, like, take these 4 too. That happens always when you're in this world. The more I give away, the more things are given to me. I
Ain't that a
get so many
crazy-
things
is nuts.
just sent to me and given to me because people want me to talk about their products, but like,
Oh, you gotta
and I don't.
end.
Yeah,
I mean, that happens.
But that can be on a massive scale, or that can be on a smaller scale. Because if I don't have a podcast, I don't have an organization, I don't have that. But whenever somebody's coming in and eating my motherfucking banging ass chili, they're like, "Oh, where'd you get these tomatoes?" "Oh, yeah, I'm right over here, old boy." You know what I mean? You know him how he's doing it over here. Like,
You know how you give it up,
and they come. I mean, that word of mouth is by far the biggest thing that we've ever in all of the marketing of everything that I've done. Not a goddamn thing beats word of mouth.
Especially in Pittsburgh and
Yeah.
Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's all about who you like. Not who you know, who knows you, because they want to buy from you because you heard that like their cousin knows you, or that kind of endorsement. It fosters this loyalty that they'll never leave you.
But it's weird because I think so with produce and things like that, I think being locally centered is important. I think it's beneficial, but I feel like the society is moving to where we just want to get the easiest, most accessible. Like, how do you
I
go
think
shift
it's like
from
a
that?
baby boomer mindset, and these younger people that are coming up. They
think they're more
want
locally-
things that are better. They're demanding things better. I mean, they're not putting up with stuff that I put up with in my life. I'm 46. Like, these young women, I mean, and men and everyone, they're demanding like different things than how we.
Like, fuck the TV dinner.
right.
Like, the TV
Yes.
dinner was sold, and it was like, oh shit, like we can get
Yes.
this fast, and
They
it's like
think it's-
now
yes.
it's like
It's a
no, fuck
meme
that.
now. Yeah. I mean, and we just
shit.
tolerated it. We put up with it. But these younger people, they're demanding something else. So I think these products and these like initiatives that we're doing are like really primed. like what Camille's doing. It's really prime because young people are more intentional. Because they think it's more interesting and it's better, and they care about the environment. Where like maybe my generation or like the baby boomers, they don't care. They're just consumers.
Right. Just it had to happen.
I'm gonna
eat dinner.
suck up as much energy in the world that I can because who cares? But these younger people, they do care.
Yeah, I mean, I think the world, like I said, I think the world was at first like, let's connect, and we needed to connect everywhere, and that was just the focus. And it was like, how can we connect and how we can get it as fast and like do it. Same thing with like the beer industry, like how can we make it as big and like as like hoppy and whatever as possible. Once we've conquered that, all right. Now let's get back to the shit that matters. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's go back to the styles.
Like let's go back. Yeah, I mean, like let's go back to like the reality or whatever. So like now, you're seeing people like, hey, let's have some lagers, let's have some pilsners, let's have like a good time, without it having to be that motherfucking thing. And it's the same thing with like industry. It's like, all right, cool. I can see you in China right now. I can pick up my phone and see you there. All right, now let's get back to like the person next to me. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's
like,
how that shit in all industries that like be booming. Like shit, look at sneakers, Jordans. Like, yo, let's make Jordan into this thing, and then let's keep re-releasing the same 9, 12 shoes over and over, raising the price. These are the same shit you got in 1987, but for some reason now they're $325. Why? Because they like it's just. That's how industry works.
Right. That's
just
like
crazy.
marketing and PR and making you think that you have to have it.
But you do have to have local, and you got to tell them where to find it. Where can they find you,
Farm-
Mm.
and how do you connect?
farmtotablepa.com is our website. There's a link to our local food guide. You can download the magazine, or you can find a local farm. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Farm to Table, under a myriad of names. But if you search for Farm to Table Western PA or Buy Fresh, Buy Local, you'll find us.
They let the people know where they can find us.
If you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspot. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. And you can find us August 10th, 2019 at Nova Place, freshfestbeerfest.com, sponsored by Buy Local, Buy Fresh, Farm to Table, PA.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Erin for coming through. Thank you for always supporting. Like, you're very supportive online. Really love what you do. You'll be the first guest to ever bring me chocolate milk. I'm going to steal that whole half gallon. They doesn't get any of that.
Probably do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that because I don't know what you...
Minus a shot glass.
No, I'm not going to take a shot glass of chocolate. I'm about to give my kids this. I'm going to be a
I'm
hero.
going to take a
That's
shot
for the kids.
glass.
I'm
I'm
gonna be
going
a
to take a
fucking-
shot glass of this microphone.
Bro, I'm about to take
get
this
a little bit of
chocolate
Ed's
milk
babies.
home. Bro, I'm about to walk in. They gonna forgive
You're gonna
all
be
the
a hero.
hours. They're
You
gonna
will be a
forgive
hero.
all the
Yeah.
hours I was here.
That's your cape.
Yeah, that gives me the pass to come here for 4
Yeah, there
hours.
it is. Look at this.
Look what Daddy brought home. Some chocolate, some local chocolate milk. You don't know what local is. You'll understand that, but it's chocolate milk. But again, thank you for that. We're looking forward to see you at Fresh Fest. As always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family. We out of here. We made it.
Turn me loose. I must be the tools. Turn me loose. I must be the tools. When I lose control and I try to act real tough, ain't no shame, no one to blame. One way to shake it off. Relax, rewind, and take your time. Just listen to the buzz inside and rearrange your mind. It's pervasive interaction.